Oh, goody.
Alright, what's going on everybody? Zombies here again, and today back with another team comp. It's been a little bit, but been trying some new stuff out, dealing with the Trigore meta a little, and I really wanted dragons to work, and I've been trying a bunch of different stuff, but this is kind of one of the builds I settled on that I think might have some potential without actually using Trigore himself. So we are using a dragon opener here with Yulon to kind of protect our dragons with his damage reduction, and Jade Gust to threaten any greens. Nefarian, we're actually running the experimental subject on him. I've seen this have a lot of success in other builds, and since most of our dragons aren't really focused on attacking, seems like a natural choice for him. And then Longjin as a lead. We haven't seen much Longjin leading in a little while. And before, I used to really prefer the Gunlight Crystal for that turn 1 swap potential. But now, swapping on turn 1 I don't think is quite as important as just dealing some good damage in with Celestial Breath. So for that reason, decided to opt for Bottle of the Infinite Stars to give our dragons a little bit more HP when we swap. Then off the bench we have Sinestra, just doing her normal Sinestra thing with Mana Brooch. Very powerful as a switch in, set up those big Twilight Extinction turns, or just get a nice quick mana barrier heal on one of your weaker dragons, prevent the opponent from killing it off, which is always nice. And it threatens a lot of the Karen Diablo stuff running around out there. And then we have a Localar, kind of just, I think, the best independently used Frost unit, because he just scales up by himself. You don't really have to rely on any other Frost synergy, which is always nice. You could probably replace Localar with any really good backline red, but I think he made a lot of sense, especially given how much stuff like Diablo we're seeing right now. Still a little bit of Sinestra and Sylvanas are kind of like the main big greens running around right now. And then Cookie's kind of cool in this build because you can combo him with Yulon to basically gain a bunch of nature damage, to set up some very powerful fish feasts. I think at one point I was hitting for like 25 damage with the fish feast pre-crit, which is a ton. That means you're critting for 50 damage, which is absolutely crazy. Go Fish also has some nice synergy in the build because you can make use of it with Sinestra AoE to get a little bit of a bonus, which is always nice. And the extra HP Cookie provides to all your units is always helpful as well. So that's going to wrap it up for the build. Before we get into it though, if you enjoy this type of content, do remember to like and subscribe. It does a ton to help out the channel and keeps the Mercenaries videos coming. So without further ado, let's get into the games. Alright, first Trigore comp of the day. Let's see how we do against it. It is nice we can just like blast the Diablo pretty hard. Interesting, no attack from the Diablo, so they did play around it. We can get a bunch of health now, though. We can use this to try and kill the Trigore. We could go for the overkill, but it's kind of risky. I think I prefer just Starfire. We could also swap. Swap isn't bad. Shadow Flame actually looks pretty good here, too. We could swap these two. I really do like Starfire, but the health is actually really nice. And then we Shadow Flame.
Job's done.
Yeah, I kind of like that. They send in the golems. Definitely sucks that hits there first. because it does give crit damage. Trigore down though. Unfortunately, that didn't line up to give us maximum damage though. We'll see what they bring in here. In comes Karen. So you'd imagine they're gonna try and AoE me here. But I think that's probably fine. Oh, please hit Longshin. Nope. Damn. So that is going to give us a bunch of procs, which is nice. Yulon did a pretty great job there. He prevented a ton of damage. Alright, probably want more health again. Ooh, we can zap the Karen, which is pretty good. Could try for another Shadow Flame. Probably should just attack though. Oh, but that'll go off after. I guess that's fine though, either way. Oh, we're getting some lag. Come on, Hearthstone, you can do it. Alright, we're back in the game. Oh, I forgot it blocks the taunt. That's right. I always forget about that. Wow, they actually attack there? That's pretty surprising. So again, they can AoE us, but we have our Starfire Blessing, which is good. I mean, the AoE is still gonna hurt, but I think we're pretty ahead, so it should be fine. I guess we could try and heal. Try and heal you? No, you will just die. So maybe we try and heal Long. The others are dead anyway. Okay. Well, yeah, now we're in a pretty great spot, it seems. Got the Sylvanas coming in.
Let none survive.
They're pretty slow, so maybe we... Is there even a point with the Frost Shock? Probably just Hailstorm.
Job's done.
It is going to be a big Sylve for sure. Oh, but we dealt a lot of damage to them, wow. Pretty sure I just do this and then we win.
Job's done.
I guess we attack just in case. They kill it somehow. I don't think they can though. I guess the really big 5-head move would be to like zap their own Sylvanas, but that wouldn't kill Localar. They did go for lock. Definitely made the right play there then. Nice. He trades with Diablo, and that is a win against the most popular comp out there. You love to see it. All right. Let's see what they have here.
Listen to your inner.
Oh, that's funny. This is actually the person who bought it up to #1. Board King. Are they botting right now? Who knows? Okay, so that turn went fine. Starfire is really tempting, but it's also tempting just to go for the Celestial. It would be cool if we could kill with this, but we can't. This definitely goes there to pop. Probably shouldn't get greedy and just do it like that. Do we gain health here? I think gaining health is actually kind of reasonable. And I don't think we attack with that. We don't want to pump up their stuff too much. Those are some unfortunate hits for sure. The water elemental does not taunt us because we Yulon, so that's pretty cool. They do have possible snap, but we can get out of it pretty easily with Longjin. In comes Diablo. Oh, that makes Starfire Blessing really tempting, because it makes you feel like they're gonna go for the Diablo. That's 6 speed though, so we can just like stack some 5s, kill the Jaina. We could opt to heal something. Or go for Shadow Flame. It's really not healing that much, but it does make a dragon really big. Like, we can make a really big Nefarian here. I think we do want to swap. Try and zap that. Probably better just to punch.
Job's done.
Wow, the Varden with the perfect hits. That's annoying. But Diablo really doesn't do a ton there for them. Now they have to wait before they can do Diablo stuff again. Probably just Sinestra here. Oh, they can snap us now. We can swing before they snap, though. So yeah, I like Sinestra in that case. Oh, but now they can do that. That's not very good for us. Do not like seeing the Garen here for sure. We are faster, but they're going to deal a lot of damage. Oh, they don't go for the snap. That's actually really surprising. They don't go for the... Oh, well, they can't go for the AoE, that's right. Alright, well, that turn actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to. Really surprised. Okay. We can potentially steal some attack here. We don't care about stealing attack from our guys as much. Definitely Twilight. Actually, it's probably better to swing. Oh, it's definitely better to swing. Because then we can kill this. That seems like a misplay from the opponent. Where does it hit? Hits the Sinestra. I think now we just get in our local R. And swap spaces to buff our dragon. We need to make sure Sinestra stays alive. We want to start buffing up the snowball. Probably just hailstorm. Hit this.
Job's done.
Yeah, they mana barrier. Okay. Now we're looking like we're in a pretty good spot. So they'll deal 15, and it goes off before them, so that is enough to kill it. And then we just zap it with the cookie, and that should be game. And that'll do it. Nice. So don't know if they were using a bot or not, but either way, we took them down. Alright, another 2-2-2 build. See how our dragons do up against that. Alright, looks like it is the Trigore Diablo.
I am here to guide your path.
So, definitely send this in here, that in there, and I think we always just zap the Diablo. Maybe it's right to hit the Trigore. I might have to try that too. Oh, they go for the taunt. That's kind of interesting. No attack on the Diablo. Okay, so they could go for that again. Yeah, I think we just zap this. Send that in. Hit the Diablo again.
Job's done.
Yeah, they go for little golems now, which makes sense. We are going to get a bunch of overkill damage. It goes on Kazakis. And that is really, really stupid that Trigore hits you for that. Like, for the love of God, please just change that. It's so freaking stupid. It's unreal how stupid it is. Like, actually ridiculous. Bulging comes in. We kind of predicted that, so that's good for us. I think it makes sense just to swap at 1 speed. And I kind of want to blast the Diablo. I'd like to get more health, but I think blasting the Diablo is way more important.
Job's done.
They win the flip, which never great, but it doesn't matter too much, I guess. Sucks they kill that first. We can't send Localar into this, so we have to send in Cookie. Diablo's gonna grow. But there's nothing we can do about that, and we'll just make a fish. They do medium golems. It's kind of a weird choice. Swordfish is pretty great here. Their Diablo gains so much health from all that stuff dying, and now they have a Sylvanas coming in. It's looking a little scary.
I have no time for games.
You could just go for the Frost Shock. I don't think they're gonna go for like a speed up or anything. Yeah, it's a big Sylvanas for sure. Wow, Diablo wins the flip, so we don't get to heal. And we just died as Sylve. Yeah, Trigore is ridiculous. Can't stand that. Alright, got another game here. Dragons have been doing alright tonight. So far, I've been liking this build.
Listen to your inner.
Your match. Mine. Your match. Mine.
Okay, so they have the big Mukla with the radioactive bananas. And then Nefarian with the health. That's kind of interesting. I think we always blast the Nef. Try and just send it to the Shadow Realm on turn 1. And just focus the rest on Trigore. Been seeing more of the big banana Muklas though recently. Cool to see people try that out. We're rocking a different equipment on Nefarian as well. I've been liking the Divine Shield extra attack on Nefarian. It's been pretty good. Ooh, that's really not great for us though. But we do have a cookie snipe here, which is pretty nice. We actually have a choice. Do we want to snipe the Trigore? Do we want to snipe the Nefarian? We got some options. I think sniping the Trigore makes a lot of sense. Since all their damage is physical based, I think Enveloping Mist is actually really good. Combos with Cookie pretty nicely. We could swap to give our dragons more health, but that seems kind of greedy to me. I like just zapping. I mean, I guess we could zap the Nef. I think I'd prefer just trying to send the dragon into the Nef.
Job's done.
Yeah, I think I like this. Trigore down. We gain some nice HP. Weird that that triggers on his own death, but sure. And now this should be a pretty jacked cookie with what we have 9 nature damage. So that's actually enough to snipe the Muckle. That's pretty absurd. I'm guessing they have Arcane backline with Cookie, so Cookie, Tyrande, and Longjin. Looks like I was right about that. Yeah, 19, so that's enough to get another death blow, which is pretty huge, to be honest. You can start blasting this down. And I potentially like gaining more health here too. Like if we just swap these,
Job's done.
seems pretty good. We could even swap with Cookie. I think swapping these is better. I could swap with the dragon actually. That's kind of good because you know they're not going to be targeting that. Yeah, let's try it like this. Wow, the bananas were still not quite enough. Now the Arcane Salvo doesn't have enough damage. We set up yet another cookie snipe here. And we're looking like we're in a really great spot. We still have 2 units on the bench in Locke and Sinestra. And then once this Tyrande is down, I think it should be pretty easy. So we definitely go for the snipe. They could swap. That's definitely a possibility. We definitely go for the Starfire. I guess it makes sense to Jade Flame here. Just get the health. And then we'll swing here in case they do swap.
Job's done.
Yeah, this all seems pretty reasonable. Alright, they don't swap, so that's good for us. Alright, we get some exchanges there, but doesn't really matter from here. Game's pretty over. See how much damage. That's 29 and 22. So do we need to send everything at this, I guess.
Job's done.
Alright, Longshin's down, and that will be the game. Yeah, Dragon's been putting in work tonight. Been pretty impressed overall with how well they've been doing. And that'll do it.
Are limitless.
Alright, so we had some pretty good games with this one, to be honest. I do think if you're trying to find a dragon comp, particularly one that doesn't use Trigore, because I have seen some of those, which are also not bad builds. But if you're trying to go with dragons and not use Trigore, I think this is one of the better ways to do it right now. I do think I could have played a little bit better in some of the games. I'm a little rusty because I have been taking some time off from PvP, because I haven't been the biggest fan of this meta, but hopefully that'll change a little bit soon, as we are supposedly getting a Mercenaries event next week with a new character, so hopefully that'll shift things up a bit, and maybe if we're extra lucky, we'll get some balance changes included with that, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. We'll see, though, on Tuesday. But in the meantime, if you're looking for something to play, this build is a lot of fun, and it can beat some of the more meta stuff as well. Did see we did take down one of the more popular Trigore builds, so it definitely is possible, but really fun if you're looking for a way to play with dragons. This is not a bad way to do it. Like I said in the beginning, Localar can probably be swapped out with another good generic red. I think I'd keep the rest of the core comp the same, as it feels really good together. I would like to try out Onyxia in a build like this, but I think she's just a bit too fragile for how much damage output is going around in the meta right now, which is why I opted for Long Jin. But if you're feeling kind of ambitious and want to try something different, could be interesting to try Onyxia in a build like this as well. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.